Yeah, I think you came to the right place. Can someone tell me if Cardboard Live has the correct deck up? Alright. Can I explain how the system for these works? If I go 4-1, I get 40 QPs. If I go 5-0, I also get 40 QPs? Question mark? Okay, so the difference between 4-1 and 5-0 is just 150 play points and 6 treasure chests. Got it. Yeah. I think currently I don't have many. Let's see, how many do I have? I have 5. I think 3 of them are from cube drafts. I don't know what the others are from right now. I think 3 are from cube drafts. I cannot say. Thanks for gifting Dokamoy a thingamajig. Yeah, 3 trophies. I guess I'll open a chest for Kanaksai for that reason. Happy 2020, everyone. Oh, man. I remember when everyone went nuts over this card. Then it turned out it was not very good. But 45 play points is nice, so we take that. What's up, Wacky? Alright. Oh, it's going to fire right on time. That's great. Alright, so going to be streaming just for this prelim. We'll have a bunch of downtime between rounds if my matches go fast. If I don't have downtime, well, so be it. You get to watch more Legacy. If I do have downtime, I'm not sure what I'm going to do. I don't think so. Well, which one are you talking about? The one blue-green 6/6? Yeah, I'm not interested in that, really. I don't think that card's great unless if you can escape it. Obviously, it's good with Karakas, which is not irrelevant, but I'm not about it. Alright. Looks like it's going to fire on time. We're hoping to dodge combo. Playing its Yama Killer. Alright. I think Yama's also streaming. This is pretty good. I think Yama's probably playing Gak. And this hand's just phenomenal versus Gak as well. So. No, I'm not interested, Ferrando. But, I mean, you should try it. With prelims, I think there's more incentive to try decks. They can cliff you by milling you out. They can just mill you out in one turn, Cliff. Yeah, exactly. The altar kill can bypass a lot of that. What you actually have to do is either kill them quickly, or establish bog lock. I think if you bog them with their bridge triggers on the stack, they're dead. Generally speaking, but obviously. Yo, what's up, Calculoso? We're playing some blue-green lands tonight. Represent? Ooh, post. No, I don't want to concede. Alright. This is a pretty straightforward matchup. Rotate, sack this, get a Wasteland, waste them. Looks good to me. Looks like we're playing against Post. I have a bunch of Force of Vigors in my sideboard, which is pretty good in this matchup as well. They have to take my Loam. So I can rotate. Nothing really good to get. But if I had that Loam still, I would have crushed. Like a Loam right there just wins the game on the spot. But that's okay. Shit, that doesn't work the way I want it to. If I rotate for Wasteland, what happens? What if I get Wasteland? I can waste them. Kind of unfortunate. Not. I mean, I think I'm supposed to cast this. Yeah, then I'm gonna get depth still and just hope to peel. Any untapped land does it. A Loam is still a good draw no matter what, so that's fine. Right. They generally don't play Wasteland, so I'm not going to do it. If they draw Karakas, so be it. This is basically a forced play. Taking the damage is also just not great as well. So, alright. Easy game one. Probably gets harder post board, but not that much harder. I think I'm going to side out Karakas. Not sure what else. I'm trying to remember how I was boarding before. I have another book. I have Mindbreak Trap. Drop's not for this matchup. It's more for Death and Taxes and like the Delvery decks for Rando. I don't really want it here because it's bad versus Chalice. Yo, what's up, Eddie? No, well, actually maybe, I guess. I'm gonna cut Bojuka Bog, I think. Don't want to go too low on the land count, especially mana-producing lands. Thank you, US Wolf. Think I'm gonna... I like these. That's fair calculus, so... Between Davelong and myself, I think we own 4. I might cut 1 Sylvan, but I do like it. I also don't want to go too low on green cards for Force of Vigor, because I think that's a pretty easy way to win. Damn. I think Field of the Dead might just be bad in this matchup, actually. So I think that this might be the actual cut, which is sad. No, I have 2 drops. Dave has 2 drops. Neither of us owns a Lotus, I think. All right. Well, soft to Chalice, but this hand's pretty good otherwise, so I'm gonna keep. I think Field is worse than Cavern because Cavern comes into play untapped junk, which is kind of a big deal, I think. All right. Yo, what's up, Dom? How you been, man? Sounds pretty good. I'm gonna play Reclaimer here. Next turn I can waste. That's why I didn't bother wasting this turn. There's no Hornet Queen in this deck. I considered it briefly and didn't do it. So, you know, is what it is. Alright. So, they can Spyglass Thespian stage, but I can just Wasteland all of their lands, so I'm not sure that's actually good enough for them. Cliffy, yeah. Post is pretty good. And yeah, they have to name Wasteland here, I think. Otherwise they just get obliterated. I can take a Blast Zone to 2. So they don't know about the stage, I think. Could get depths. I'm not sure. It depends on what they do this turn. I don't think attacking makes any sense. I'm giving up 1 damage for the option of activating Reclaimer. Alright. I like getting depths less now. Okay, it's don't really care. Okay, I'm gonna take this up. This is weird. I'm gonna take it up to 2. Karakas was great. I think Bob invited you, right? It's pretty good too, actually. Spyglass is naming Wasteland, which makes sense. I think I'm just gonna pop the zone and waste them. Okay, it's fine. Just gonna get another Wasteland, I think. Well, okay, I guess I'm not. They're actually dead on board, so that's nice. Alright, we let that resolve. This is a really good matchup. The Reclaimer was really powerful. All right. Easy 1-0. I guess I have a lot of downtime now. So I was thinking I was actually going to go over my matches from the Legacy playoff. If people are interested in that. Obviously, I'm sorry I couldn't provide more matches, but I don't want to start another match and potentially have it run over into the other thing. So, alternatively, I can answer questions about almost anything. But let's go over some matches. All right. I will, full disclosure, discuss everything about those matches. Yamakiller, yeah, that matchup used to be even worse for you. Obviously, I drew really well as well. So, all right. This is match 1, game 1 of the Legacy playoff. I chose to play Blue-Red Delver. All right, so this is a pretty obvious keep. I am playing against low CBR, so I know they're probably Blue-Red Delver as well. Hand's phenomenal in the mirror. I'm Wasteland proof. Dazing Cantrip doesn't do much, so I play Delver just to get aggression on. Stable mana base. Yama, I don't mind the moon matchups, especially post board. Game 1's obviously pretty bad. Turn 2 Arcanist is pretty good here. I get to daze their daze. I'm just so far ahead. I have a land in play. They're forced to Force of Will. I don't know. It's pretty smooth sailing in this game 1, obviously. Blue or Delver, because in the Delver mirrors, if you have basics in your deck, you're pretty favored, I think. Obviously, it's not like a slam dunk. Also, like, in these games, I can't be Wastelanded and Lewis can, so it's like a pretty big disadvantage. What happened with that shuffle? How do I... What happened? Hold on. What the hell? I tested the HJ build a bit. I didn't... It's hard to cast your spells versus opposing Wasteland sometimes. Magus is unbeatable for blue-green, I think, unless if I have a drop of honey in play, right, Lackey? Yeah, I would have to draw my 1 of drop and play it. Interesting thing to note, I chose to play Lavamancer in my main deck for this tournament because I expected a lot of Death and Taxes and Delver, and Lavamancer is pretty good in both of those matchups. Trying to remember. It was Force Pitch, Force of Negation, right? Snot Kiz 3. Thank you for the follow. Yeah. No. Sorry, I don't play any islands because island kind of sucks, Calculoso. I play Snow-Covered Forest, a regular forest. I'm not playing Reveler in the build I played in the playoff. I guess I can show people that real quick. Where was it? All right, here it was. Sora Watabu. If you play Depths with a Blood Moon out, it comes into play with 0 counters on it. So then if you kill the Blood Moon, they basically just kind of die. I think it happened as of Amonkhet. Someone correct me if I'm wrong. Ooh, how do I... Alright. Let's see. Text source. New source. Record in prelim. I remember when it came out because Matnas and Sambardi played a deck that had like Tel'Tomor's Sacrifice something. I don't remember what it's called. Right, where did this go? Oh, where is it? What the heck? Okay. That's not great. All right, well, that's going to be my record box. Y'all have to deal with it. Tel'Tomor's Edict. Yeah. Tel'Tomor's Edict? Is that it? Yeah, that's it. That's it. That's the one. You just... Alright. That's the card that they were playing with. That's just great. Yeah, that's just great. No, it became better for the Lance player. Obviously, game 1 is still pretty bad. Let's see. Sorry, let's go back to the games. I'm doing well, Rose. I finished my match so quickly that I'm going to go over the playoff matches that I played. So game 1 I won against Lewis because I had a pretty good draw. Game 2, I'm obviously on the draw. So a few things about this hand. Chose to play Spell Snare because it's pretty good in these Delver Mirrors, especially on the draw. I have 3 lands, and I don't have a cantrip, but I can basically kill their stuff. So I keep this hand. I think this is a pretty good hand on the draw. Obviously not the nuts, but I also think these matches can get grindy. It's going to need 40 QP's Lord Matri. They've shifted the system over. So I keep the hand. Alright, so they lead with Ponder instead of a threat, which I'm kind of thrilled about. Means I don't have to rush anything, pretty much. Yeah, you're basically going to have to play prelims. Now, Fiery Islet is an interesting inclusion. It's probably over the 9th fetch land. I have 9 fetches. Alright, so I've drawn more lands, but I've drawn another Wasteland. So it's fine. You just float a blue to bluff something. Honestly, them wasting me is not that bad. I have so many lands in hand that them wasting me is actually like probably okay for me. That sucks, Calculus. So draw another land. So don't waste here because they get to trade it off. I let them play a 3-drop. And I Pyroblast here. Why did I fetch for Island? I guess to play around Stifle. That was probably my thinking at the time. I'm not sure that was actually correct. I wasted the Island because... Mountain's right here. Wasted the Islet when they're tapped out because it cuts them off of mana, obviously. I have a lot of lands. I don't want to cast anything because I think they're probably going to discard this next turn. Alright, and they discarded Chain Lightning. Daze is like close to a hard counter here. Alright, so they force pitching Daze. Makes sense. It's fine. Lavamancer's pretty good pickup here. Because they don't have any red, so Lavamancer can just kill all of their stuff. Dazing Brainstorm I think is good here. You want to return the land so you can brainstorm the land back into your deck. Like it's basically like drawing a card if you draw well, then I replayed the land. That was weird. I probably shouldn't have replayed that land. Anyways, I think I'm in pretty insane shape here. Like, they have no red. I have a Pyromancer. I have a Lavamancer. I have counterspells. Only thing I'm missing is, like, a cantrip or two, but... I have enough fuel that going upstairs I think is probably correct. And there, I draw the Brainstorm. So, I think the game's virtually over now. I put 2 lands back. My mana's completely set up. And I don't know. It doesn't really take too long to end the game from this board. Yeah, so I don't know. Like, the Islet definitely cost percentage points there. I'm not going to say it's like completely wrong to play it because it's obviously not. But I think I would probably prefer the red fetch because that lets you get a mountain. And if there had been a mountain this game instead of a fiery Islet, it would have been a very different game, I think. I think I probably would have lost, but, you know, deck building choices are deck building choices. All right, so that was round 1. Round 2. Playing against Theo Jung. So, important thing to note about this playoff was Bob, Stefan, and I did a bunch of research on what we thought players would play. And Theo, we had on Grixis Delver or Death and Taxes. You can ask your stupid question. So, I'm looking to keep a hand that's good versus Delver or Death and Taxes. Okay, well, I'm not answering that question because I don't know the answer. This hand's fine versus both the Delver and Death and Taxes, so I keep. Florida Strand obviously means Delver. Oh, this game was insane. Now I remember. Played a really insane game this game. Alright, obviously a bolt. I can't daze that because I have a land up. Choose to play the Pyromancer here, I think. My Misty has to get to Volk because I want another blue-red source. I could get an island, but I think that actually cuts me off of a lot of optionality. So they fetch away, fetching a Force away. So I bolt then. Because, and then the Underground Sea tells me almost everything I need to know. I think they're probably HJ Delver by this point. Getting to Daze Arcanist here is great. So there I was actually wondering if I should have just played both Delvers out. I'm pretty far ahead, but things could go south pretty quickly. Yeah, there's a bolt on my Delver. So I think maybe brainstorming last turn was wrong and I should have just played both of the Delvers. I think I leave both on top here, right? Bolt that. I have a lot of tokens. I prefer blue-red. Grixis is better versus the control decks, but blue-red's better in the mirrors, I think, Rose. Well, not completely. Let me qualify that statement. I think the HJ Grixis deck has Bedlam Reveler, which is not the easiest card to cast. Quiffy, don't really like it unless if you play Painful Truths. Getting to Spell Snare Petty Theft here is so insane. And here's the first Reveler. So now I kind of think I'm in trouble because they get to kill my Delver, but they're at 8, so it's not the end. And I get to kill the Arcanist by blocking with all my stuff. Ponder's obviously a good draw, and I mean, frankly, that's an insane Ponder. Like, that might be enough to win the game with. Alright, so my Arcanist dies, so be it. They play second Reveler, so now I kind of think I'm in trouble. And my Pyromancer dies, but the one thing is they're at 7, so I'm kind of hoping this Delver sneaks in a few attacks. They don't really have good attacks. I'm still at 16, so... But these can get big pretty quickly. But I do have good chump blockers. So yeah, Theo correctly assesses that attacking, I think, is actually detrimental to them. Do you mean Goblin Hive Master? Alright, and now I feel like I'm dead because I know my top card is Wasteland and something else. I think blocking with 1 is only correct. I'm trying to win the game. Oh, actually, my card underneath this might be a Bolt, which is why I make this play. Alright, so the game's getting weird again. Oh, it's Chain Lightning! Now I remember, this game gets really weird. So inside combat, I waste one of their lands, so they have to fetch to cast Force of Will. I think that's actually pretty good. Because if I don't waste inside combat, they don't have to do that. And now they can't attack me unless they draw something. This Wasteland doesn't do anything right now, so I don't use it or anything. But they're at 1, so they can't Force of Will my spells. So we're in a top deck war again. But I think I'm favored from this point again. There's been a lot of swings because of the double Reveler drawing so many cards. Alright, I draw a cantrip, which is pretty good, because I can also potentially outsize their stuff. Oh, interesting. I punt... Oh, no. Okay, so here... Alright, analyzing the game, you have to decide to play around Daze or Force of Will right here. I don't bother playing around Spell Pierce because I don't think Grixis plays it. They usually play Thoughtseize instead. So look at this board state and decide what you would do. Count the number of Force of Wills in their graveyard. There's 1 Force of Will, and there's 0 Dazes. So I think on this board, I would play around Daze instead of Force of Will. Because they've already used 1 Force and they haven't used any Dazes. And Daze has been basically dead for quite a while here. If that makes sense. So I managed to be double Reveler here, which is kind of insane if you think about it. Yo, what's up, Arcane? I'm playing a prelim. I'm 1-0, but I finished my match very quickly, so I'm going over my matches from the playoff. So I'm 2-0 by this point, and then we get some hard matchups. All right, round 3, game 1 versus Koki MTG. I think they're on Death and Taxes. This hand's fine versus Death and Taxes. That's a shuffle off the ponder. Don't want more lands, really. Pyromancer, pretty good draw. They played Baron more, so I'm like, okay, I guess that's aggro Loam, I guess. Could have wasted there first, but I went for the high upside play of hoping my Arcanist lives. This kind of sucks. I waste their Bayou because I don't want them decaying again, but they have another land plus the decay, so now I'm kind of screwed. I don't Spell Snare that because I want to save Spell Snare for a Chalice. By this point, I think they're just straight Abzan, but that's really not a common build, so I guess that doesn't make that much sense. Delver doesn't flip, but it was an Arcanist I scryed into, so I keep it. So, it's fine. And then we just find out it's full-blown Abzan, and I'm like, oh, this Scavenging Ooze is a huge problem. Huge. What did I flip right there? Probably, oh, it was a Daze. So I used it to flip the Delver, then I fetched it away, obviously. Second Bolt's okay. I think I might be able to kill the Ooze with it. But it's 5/5. Pretty hard for... Yeah, now I'm just like kind of dead. Don't want any of those. I think I shuffle probably because what you need to win this on this board state is a way to like basically kill that. How do you propose I bolt it when they can just exile the bolt I target with Arcanist Mangover? No, I don't want to do that because I'm playing a prelim. So, game 2. I'm 1-0 in a prelim, Eddie. It's just the match finished so quickly that I decided to do this. Turn 1 Punishing Fire is like pretty annoying. Like forcing it is not very good. Could have fetched a mountain there actually, and that might have been a mistake as well. All right, obviously I have to force this Chalice. It's like pretty awful. No, because I was tapped out because I had cast a cantrip. Sora Watabu. So here I play a second Arcanist, and I think I'm in pretty good shape. I don't think it's that easy for them to kill Arcanists in their deck. And Chain is just like kind of good here to like put the pressure on pretty quickly. So I use my mana to just like chain them because the problem is if they waste my red, I don't actually have a good window to cast that chain for quite a while, I think. All right, so they're at 6, or they're at 8. I'm attacking with a 1/3. Not the fastest clock. All right. Now it's looking dire. Yeah, that's not good. No reason to play that into Liliana, I think. I don't think that accomplishes much. I think I ended up winning this game, but I don't remember. Yeah. I mean, I think 4C Loam was an excellent choice if you expected a lot of Blue-Red Delver. It's just harder for the Blue-Red Delver deck to get in a profitable place versus it, I think. I could have kept Chain Lightning in the grave, that's true. But wouldn't have that just been not great versus Scavenging Ooze? And what if my red source just gets wastelanded? Oddball. So I think I ignore the Liliana here because I think just trying to kill them is better. It lets me draw out to another bolt. Alright, so they minus to get back Ooze. Which is pretty annoying again. Alright, so I lead on Brainstorm. Not great. Not great. But they are at 1. So, one thing to notice is if... well, I should have paused. So, let's go back to that scenario. Why did they not eat the thing I targeted? I think it's because they were dead on board if they did that. So, analyze the situation. They maze that. They block that. If they eat the thing I target, they go to 2. Or sorry, they stay at 1. They spend another mana to go to 2. Then they die to the creatures. So I think at the time I had figured that out and concluded that they couldn't eat the thing I targeted with Arcanus, otherwise they would die. So that's an interesting scenario. Just calmly analyze everything. I think at the time I did the math. I'm like, okay, they can't eat my brainstorm, otherwise they die on board. And then like obviously brainstorming into a bolt is great because that just makes it easier. But I think what the end position would have been, if I hadn't done that, they block here, eat 2 creatures, maze 1, go to 1, and then I have another creature. So that was game 2 of that match, and now we're game 3 on the draw versus Chalice deck. And so okay, let's well, too late, but I kept this hand. That might have been an error. Daze the second Chalice because one of the ways I can win is to kill the first Chalice. I think wasting them there is really good actually, because they had missed a land drop. So now I just, well, now they loam and I'm basically dead. But I think once you get Chalice there, but they have no land, wasting them is so good to do. I agree. It's kind of why I don't love 4C Loam, honestly, because the difference in games between where you draw Mox versus not is light and day. And here I think I'm dead, but obviously I could have mulliganed my hand. I think that if anything was a mistake, was probably that. Yo, Ryan. I'm going over my matches from the Legacy Playoff. I'm 1-0 in a Legacy Prelim. Thanks for the raid. I'm 1-0 in a Legacy Prelim with blue-green lands. I played against Eldrazi Post and honestly kind of ran pretty good to win. So here I petty theft the Chalice because I need to get things going. Oh, the Liliana was about to ult, so I obviously just kind of have to kill the Liliana. Maybe I shouldn't have even killed the Liliana. What happens if I just double... Oh, maybe that was actually a mistake. Yeah, that could have been a mistake. Aaron Relentless, thank you for the follow. But yeah, I mean, now it's just like, it's hopeless. Delver cannot recover from this position. Especially with the Chalice in play, like, so, you know, I'll lose. Alright. Round 4. Play against Ozymandias. Alright. I suspected he was also Force Loam. But Sand's pretty good versus Force Loam on the play. Oh, thank you, Yama. Alright. Well, I think I... Oh, this is the game where if I draw a Bolt, he dies. But... What is my current graphics card? Well, I'll look that up in a sec. The problem was my old graphics card short-circuited itself. So that's why I had to buy this new one. Let's see, video card. MSI VGA graphics card RX 580 armor. Mike from the Loam. I wasn't looking to upgrade. I literally bought a new one because the old one short-circuited itself. And that's what that sub buttons or donation buttons for. Slash, I'm going to the Grand Prix in Austin tomorrow. I bought a ticket. All right, let's play round 2. A lot of recognizable names here. A lot of Maverick, unless if people change decks. I appreciate everyone showing up. Playing against Shadow PT. This person's either Red Prison or something else. Or Dredge? Well, if it's Dredge, it sounds great.
Here's to your unfortunate new graphics card, and because Ryan said you're good.
Thank you, Mike from the Loam. Appreciate it, Ryan. Well, if it's Moon, I am 100% dead. If it's Dredge, I'm in good shape. So, you know, it's fine. I'm going to keep. This is a high variance hand, obviously, but we'll see what happens. Mike from the Loam, do you work for a Lodestone? I think you do. Oh, it's Red Prison. God damn it. Wonderful shop. If you ever go to Minneapolis, you should check it out, y'all. Yeah, great store, great people. All right, kind of in bad shape. Obviously, this Chalice one is not really what I wanted to see, but you know, I decided that the most likely way I'm going to win this game is by turping out stage depths. Obviously, if I get mooned or something here, like the game's over, so it's fine. All right, well, it sucks. Sucks to suck. We might be to another match review very quickly. Whoa, a little bit of lag. So I believe these are the worst 4 lands. Tabernacle is also not great, so I might cut Tabernacle for Karakas because Karakas is an untapped land. Gonna side in Reclaimer because it's another 1-drop. Perhaps Well, I don't judge people that way. Ultimate price. I mean, like, people can play whatever they want, and really, it's more important not to bemoan that your opponent's deck sucks to play against. It's more important to figure out how you can approach it, even if you're a slim chance to win. I don't like Mindbreak Trap in this matchup. I think it's way too conditional. I think I might cut. Let's see. Might cut the second Primeval Titan. I think. I think it might be hard to cast sometimes, and the games are probably going to be condensed into a very short timeline. Force of Vigor and Oko are the best cards in the matchup, I think. So, I'm gonna submit this. I mean, some people just enjoy that style of deck. I don't really like Sphere versus them. They have a lot of mana, US Wolf Chen. That's why I don't do that. Like, if you think about it, they have a bunch of soul lands, they have spirit guides, they have Chrome Moxen. Blue Red Delver, I think, is slightly favored versus Moon Stompy, but it's close. I think it's very play draw dependent. Like, for example, if you're on the play versus Moon Stompy as a Delver, your dazes are just like nuts, and if you're on the draw, they're like kind of not very good. This hand's pretty good. I'm gonna keep. I mean, like, I don't have the Force of Vigor, but I have a basic land. I have a crop rotation. I have a Sylvan Library. The Sylvan Library is actually the most important card in this hand, in my opinion. Opponent's mulling to 6, but with the London Mole, I think, like, their deck kind of does something broken almost every game, so I don't think the mulligan tells you much. Side out Tabernacle, right? There are like corner cases where this card is actually good versus them, but, you know, whatever. I think I'm going to pitch Field of the Dead, actually. I'm saving my fetch for my Sylvan Library. Alright. Just gonna pay the full amount of life to get deeper into my deck. Interesting question, Rose. I would have to think about it. It actually turns out, I think you can't guarantee that if you work it out, because after a few rounds, it gets weird and convoluted. I would have to think about it, but I think you can prove that that doesn't work. Back to the game. I think I'm just gonna port them upkeep. The Blaston's pretty good too, actually. Magic would be a better game if you won more. Alright, so I'm really looking for a Force of Vigor, I think. No, because I don't know any of my cards on top. Ah, good. Easy proof. Thank you for the proof, Cliffy. That obviously works. That's a very easy proof of why it doesn't work. Got it. Mox. Okay. Might be getting Chalice on one here, or Blood Moon. sucks. Alright. Guess I'll get depths and hope to draw. I think the best draw is oh, I could have gotten Lumbering Falls. Yeah, no, but I can't activate it next turn for Endo. So I don't think that's actually good. You see the problem? Liquid metal coating, huh? Mike from the Loam, I would expect you to remember those times as with that username. Then I'm going to put Mox on top for sure. The question is, what else do I want to put on top? I think I'm going to play Blast Zone Fetch this turn, probably. Oh, yeah. I could have done it. Never mind. I should have done that then, probably. But obviously, we have to recover now. Alright, I'm going to put those... Yeah, those two on top. Yeah, that also happens. Sometimes the legacy kind of sucks. I agree. I think I might lose this one. I also think that matchup's probably not great for you as well, but obviously it depends. Interesting. So I guess they're gonna kill my Dark Depths. Crush or be crushed. Alright. This is probably dying. Oh, crap. Messed it up. Forgot I couldn't charge it up. Oh, that's not great. Now what? Think going to 3 is a little bit too dangerous, but doing the other things is fine. Oh, they have a bunch of Rabble Masters in their deck. Alright. Probably gonna lose to this Karn, unfortunately. Yeah, but drawing a fetch land makes it better that if I save the chance to do it at a different point, it would be better. So I think doing that is better than just paying for life to draw one of those cards. I didn't answer that right away because I was thinking about my play. I really wish I find Force of Vigor soon. Also, I'm saving Exploration for Force of Vigor as well. I'm gonna leave the other Forest in the deck, I think. Thank you, Real Ludicrous, for the follow. Alright, what does that do? Oh, I could Force a Vigor to blow both of those things up. But a Loam would also be good. I didn't side out any Loams, even though I normally did before. I think when you were red-green, you could side out a Loam a lot easier. Oko would be pretty good as well. I would turn the Mox into a 3-3. Start hitting their stuff. Hope I don't get latticed. I guess I could rotate for Lumbering Falls and hope to draw land. Not so good. So now I really need Force of Vigor. This is actually weirdly a game where I think Field of the Dead would have been good, but it normally doesn't play out this way, I feel. But I'm in pretty big trouble, I think. If I get Falls, I could draw another land, attack it for 3, then have the Lumbering Falls die next turn. I could also get Falls, hope they target it, and I can just fizzle the activation by activating itself. So I guess I'm going to get Lumbering Falls no matter what. And see what happens. Oh yeah, I can't attack for 3 anyways, so you're right. So yeah, basically I need to find Force of Vigor. That works too. I turn the coding into a 3-3. I wanted another blue-green source, specifically WC. Obviously, if they have another mana source, that's cute. That's like, that's the only card in my deck that actually hits. Probably gonna lose now, though. Oh yeah, I was planning to hold Exploration for Force before, wasn't I? Whoops. Probably gonna lose now because of that. Alright, here I'm gonna take a risk. I think now I can really no longer beat anything. So first I really need to do it to this so I don't get killed by a 3-3, because they'll go to 3 cards in hand. If I do it on their coding first, they can just attack me for 3 when I'm at 2. Okay, cool game. Alright, well, kind of sucked, but I think without having red in your deck, I think this matchup's also harder. I think red-green is better versus that deck than blue-green is as well, but, you know, it's okay. Oh yeah, the round 4, game 2 was even less close, so I don't think it's interesting. I think that one I actually had no traction to like kill Ozzy, so I basically just bid it to a big knight as Blue or Delver. Oh, this hand's nice. I don't remember what happens this game, so we'll find out together. Yeah. So I think Kofiria is like 4-color control by this point because the Strand and Misty to do nothing felt like a control deck to me. So I get a little bit aggressive and get punished, but I think that's an acceptable risk to take right there because I have no other creatures. Obviously, that's like a brutal Vale, but that also tells me a lot about how they've chosen to build their deck. That's also super annoying. Yeah, so I think I'm basically dead this game. Teferi is really, really, really good versus Delver strats. Bouncing there is interesting for basically this reason, and then it gets Force of Negation, so that probably explains it, but... Alright, yeah. I think I'm done here. Don't remember if I... Alright, yeah. Pack it in. Down a game versus 4-color Miracles. But that's okay. I feel pretty confident in this matchup. Let's look at the deck and see if I remember how I sideboarded. I think I probably took these two out. I think I probably sided out 2 Wastelands. I think I probably sided in 3 Pyroblasts. This, and potentially this, and potentially this. So these two went. Can I? Ooh, I can. Thank you for that, Aussie, and congratulations. Congratulations again. I normally don't talk during a tournament if you've noticed. Just try to keep it stoic. Wait, that's not right. I did not side out a spell snare. Like, I would never do that. Are you sure it's right? I'm skeptical this feature is correct, is what I'm saying. I don't know. It seems wrong. Like, I don't see why I would do that, especially when they have Snapcasters and Collaterals. Like, Collateral especially, I want to Spell Snare. But in any case, game 2. This is a pretty good hand. One way you can beat their deck is just by running away with the game with Arcanist. Some people have called Arcanist jokingly the 2-mana Jace Mind Sculptor, which I think is a little bit of an exaggeration, but if it doesn't die, like, it's pretty damn powerful. So perfect ponder, even though it doesn't look like it. Because all I want to do is counter all of their stuff. Like this, I think I cantrip into my... Yeah. So Spell Snare, that's a reason I don't think I would side out Spell Snare in this matchup. So just Spell Snaring that card is so important. And now I'm just going to have a billion cards, like, forever. So I think it's hard for me to lose here. Like, I can basically just counter all of their spells for the rest of the game. The reason to leave in 2 bolts is to have coverage. No, there's 2 spell snares in my deck. And I normally just leave in both versus these control-y decks because of Collateral and Snapcaster. I left in 2 Wastelands, getting paid off right there for one of them. Which is kind of nice. I'm a little bit soft to Terminus, or I'm soft to Supreme Verdict here, but I know that most of these decks do not play too many Supreme Verdicts, so I feel fairly safe. Yeah, maybe. But I'm just saying, I think it might just be bugged. Right, yeah, and like this is, even if they wrath me now, having a Sulfur Elemental just to follow up immediately is just so good. Dazing here is good because Dazing here makes the Sulfur lethal. It's 6/11 exactly. And I guess Pyroblast their land to show off. Alright, so that was game 2 of that round. 1-1 in the prelim. I guess I should update that. Fortunately, lost to Red Prison pretty bad. But, you know, stuff happens. Alright. Alright. Game 3 versus Kofuria. Let's see. Round 5. That game 1 wasn't really... Or that game 2 wasn't really a game. Like, the Arcanist just never died. Okay. Maybe I just misclicked in that last match when I was sideboarding. That's possible as well. But, this looks correct to me. Just looking for a threat here. They can Pyroblast that. I don't really care because I have a lot of cantrips in my hand. Left both threats on top. I think that's pretty good for me. Alright, so I force this. I pitched a Delver because I think I want to have all my setup / removal. But maybe that was wrong. Maybe I should have pitched the Brainstorm instead. I don't know. That's like an interesting decision. Bought them both there because and here this is why I suspected that they had something like that in their hand. Unfortunately, the second one does get my thing, but do I keep the second Arcanist? I don't. Maybe I should have by that point, or rather the third Arcanist, I suppose. That might have been a mistake, but they're doing a lot of cantripping. Oh no. That's what their deck does. Snapping off that waste every time because it keeps my Dazes alive versus Jace. And kind of hope that this is going to stick. They tapped a blue, then untapped a blue. That told me something at the time, and I couldn't remember what. Oh, so now I regret not having the other Arcanist. I just thought drawing the other 2 lands was not good enough, so... Now I feel dead here, but, you know... You still play the games. Pyromancer is a good draw. I bolt them in response because it makes a token, so if they bounce my Pyromancer... Oh, and I also cash in the Daze for a token because I think it's good. So they can bounce my Pyro now, but their Teferi is guaranteed to die with this play, so I think it's pretty good. And yeah, if they just uptick it, I can kill it with my Sinkhole. So it worked out pretty well. And I think here I just pretend that they don't play sweepers. I think that's the best way to win. Because, like, 2 tokens is not a fast enough clock. Also, if you don't do it that turn, it gives them a lot of turns to find or to just have Power Blast for your true name. Here, I think 4 power is good enough to not have to play an Arcanist, because Arcanist would be a good follow-up to a Verdict if they have it by this point. So them doing this here makes me think they have Terminus in their deck. Fluster, pretty okay draw. Note, I don't attack with Elemental because I'd rather use Elemental to trade with Snapcaster. And here I play the Arcanist because it feels like that they don't have Verdict in their hand. And I'm flustering this Brainstorm every time. Just want to keep them off Terminus. Maybe it was irrational the way I played it, but things changed dynamically, essentially, is how I feel about it. All right. So I win that match. I'm 3-2. And by this point, I think my breakers are pretty good because I went win, win, lose, lose, win. And there's only 36 people in the event. So I think this is probably winning in. Unfortunately, spoiler, I lose the match. But there's some decisions that I think I could have made differently. So I played against this person in the playoff I won in the finals, and they were Grixis Delver, so I just assumed they were Grixis Delver again. And it's pretty good for the mirror, though. Like, these forces aren't ideal. Yeah, I just waste there because I'm on the play. Thank you for forgiving me. And also, their deck is more color and mana hungry than mine is, so this is a pretty good days for me. By this one, I actually thought I was going to win pretty easily, but one thing about this is Gurmag Angler is so good. Obviously, I think I forced this, pitching the other force probably. And they have a throwback days, but I still think me forcing there is correct. I top both because I think the bolt is close enough to killing them that I think it's correct to keep it. I waste their red source. Unfortunately, the spell snare it did not do anything in this game, even though I think it's correct. So there, I bolt the Delver. Bolting the Delver is same as bolting them, except if I bolt Delver and I draw Pyromancer, it's better to bolt Delver. So I think my play was good. If I draw 2 bolts, no matter what, I win. But obviously now I'm in the abyss. I'm probably going to lose. Actually, I should have taken another draw step, but I can block. If I draw True Name, I can block and then draw something else and hope they have nothing. So I shouldn't have scooped right there. I think I was just, sad or whatever. All right. Game 2. Losing a game on the play in the Delver Mirror feels so bad, too. Okay. All right. Want to discuss this decision right here. I chose to fetch for a dual land. Now, think about it carefully this game. Think about whether you would fetch dual lands or not. I'm going to go to the bathroom real quick and let people figure it out. So, beginning of the game, I thought about it for a while, and I looked at my hand. It's just 2 red cards, 2 blue cards. So, I fetched dual land. Yeah, the daze thing is a big reason, and I have a Lava Mancer that requires red mana. Why not fetch with the Mesa? Because Mesa can get Mountain. And I have... Oh, I guess Tarn can get Mountain too. Alright, this was a mistake, sorry. Obviously can't undo it now, but at that point, I think that's a small decision, obviously an error though. Okay, so I thought about it for a while, and at the time I was just like, alright, I'm just gonna fetch 2 duels because it just gives me the most flexibility with casting my spells. Alright, so here I daze. This is a really good daze. They daze back, but I'm up a token in the exchange, so I think I'm in pretty good shape again. So here I don't brainstorm because I just want to be able to spell snare. I'm attacking because I'm going to spend my colored mana casting Delver or Pyro. Here I still think I'm fine because I'm making good headway like on damage. But now I think I have to cast Brainstorm. And now I'm Brainstorm locked. And I think this is where I lose. Yep. Actually kind of surprised they didn't block right there. But I think trying to attack them for damages is right. I have a bolt in my hand, so I think I should just attack every turn. So basically, I think this game was decided on whether or not I fetch 2 duels or 2 basics. And honestly, I kind of think it was a mistake to fetch 2 duels because one of the strengths of the Blue Red Delver deck is you can ignore Wasteland. If I just fetch 2 basics, I think is a pretty easy win. So I think I analyzed the game, took a path, and that path just turned out to be overall strategically incorrect. So that's the lesson to learn there. And it sucks to punt to win it in, but you know, obviously if I'd won this game too, there's still a game 3 to play. It's not always fetch basics, but I think in that game, since I can go Island Mountain, play things on both turns, including cantrips, it's good enough, even though I give up mana-based flexibility later, that I was supposed to do it. So, again, you can't like have a hard and fast rule. It depends a lot on how the games actually play out. All right, so 1-1 now. Nice. Cyrus is 2-0. Aspiring Spike is 2-0. Guts MTG is 2-0. XJ Cloud is 2-0. And Green It is 2-0. Wow, these rounds go fast. I'm actually pretty happy about that because I do have to go. I do have to wake up to go to Austin early tomorrow, but currently 1-1 with blue green lands. Oh, forgot to base that here. All right. Round 3 coming up in a sec. Gosh, I hope I'm not getting sick. Try to drink a lot of tea to stay hydrated, not get sick, you know, the usual. Oh wait, best way to support this stream, you can use a Twitch sub or Twitch Prime sub. Follow, donate, follow on YouTube, follow on Twitter. All and any support is appreciated. Pretty good hand. Certainly not going to mulligan. Don't know what my opponent's playing, but that's okay. Yo, someone subbed. Let's see who. Schultz Cubed! Welcome back, man. We're playing Blue-Green Titan lands. It's the list that Solnox posted, except I'm playing 60 cards. Unbanned Mental Misstep, thank you for the sub as well. Gonna loam up the stage. I'm hiding the Tabernacle. Also, by playing a stage, I play around a random surgical on stage, so I think it's just pretty good all around. My hand's pretty good. Obviously, I'm soft to like a few things. Titan's not looking great here. Because it just shows you an alert every month if you share it. Oh, so it's like a mirror-ish. Depends on what they're doing, obviously, but factory, huh? Okay, that's fine. It's probably not Pox with a Chalice on one. I think I'm gonna just... I think I'm gonna stage their waste, actually. I hope it's not Maverick or 4C Loam, but I think it's unlikely to be either of those things. Yeah, I've seen people play Cryptic Command before. I don't think it's particularly good on Banned Mental Misstep. Opponent's Chalice is weird. I'm trying to figure out what that means. Factory, Wasteland, Mox, Chalice makes me think some sort of Staxy deck. Those tend to be pretty good matchups. Obviously, I have no acceleration, and I won't be able to in game one without Blast Zone. Well, I need to stage Blast Zone, so that doesn't really work. They wasted my stage. Right. Gonna play field here. What I should have actually done, I think, is I should have just staged my forest and tried to turbo out this Primeval Titan. Well, lands doesn't really play Chalice of the Void, generally speaking. I don't think it's very good in the deck. Not gonna dredge. Hoping to draw a second Mox or something like that. Like, a second Mox would actually be the nuts, I think, because it would let me play a Titan next turn. Can also start staging their factories. Mishra's Factory is pretty good in lands. Not good enough to actually play, but it's pretty good when you copy your opponent's factories. So it looks like black-green something. Zenith for 3? Might be a Zenith, actually. It's not good. Really not thrilled about that. Liquid metal coating. Right. Now I no longer want to draw a Mox. I don't think it does anything. Another matchup where Force of Vigor looks really, really good again. Not going to dredge. God damn it. Alright. Guess I'll bog them in case if they have Crucible in their deck. Are they going to target Factory? It says non-creature on it, right? Right. I don't think this is going to work out the way they want it to because you can just activate the Factory. Oh no, I can't! Oh my god, I'm an idiot! Ah, that's real bad. Never mind. I forgot this disables the activation, so I was supposed to activate with the coding on the stack, actually. That was really bad. Okay, well, how do you propose I activate an artifact that I can't activate for Rando? That's uncastable right now. This is what I was supposed to do last time as well. They can kill my Mox, I guess, but like whatever. Oh, oops, that doesn't do anything. Not sure that's going to matter anyways. Don't really see a way I can win this game. I guess maybe field in some universe. Yeah, I had briefly forgotten about that, but now I'm gonna remember. I knew there was a reason I wasn't dredging Loam. Also, dredging Loam doesn't do anything either, so I don't know. I think I'm okay versus these decks, especially post board, but game one is like kind of volatile. Probably dead now, like can't escape from this. I guess I'll make them show me Lattice. I guess I die pretty quickly to that stuff as well. Alright. Don't know why they're black yet. Doesn't matter. I think mostly I just want Force of Vigor. It looks really good. This is a matchup where I'd want four Force of Vigor in my deck. No, it's just coincidence. There's not that many Karn decks. in my opinion. Maze of Ith looks horrible, so I'm not going to take it out. Tabernacle is also not great. Don't think I want the other cards, so I think I'm just going to leave it be. Obviously, it's not looking great so far, this prelim, but sometimes you win some, sometimes you lose some, so I'm just, you know, figured it'd be a good time to stream anyways, and it might as well play something that's worth more than a league, essentially, in terms of if you do well, you get more stuff, right? But see, it's not going great so far. But there's a lot of time to get out of this, perhaps. Still trying to figure out what black is for in their deck. If anyone has any idea, that would be appreciated. Nope. It's kind of bad, but also kind of good. I think I'm going to keep because I think Sylvan's really, really powerful. Where are you playing Modern, JW? I think I'm going to bottom... Well, okay. I'll tell you Urza then. If you were coming to Austin, I might have trolled you and said something else. I think I'm just bottom Wasteland. Maybe not. Strix? Why would you think Strix? I would advise against 4-color Warza, but the other decks sound fine to me. I think I'm just gonna bottom Port, actually. Just gonna go fetch go. Oh yeah, unban Mental Misstep. Thank you for the thing you sent me. I'm gonna try to use it when I upload later. Going fetch go so I don't get wasted here because I need to play my Sylvan before they waste me because I don't have any acceleration. It's a pretty reasonable draw. This is what I got. Or Borg. So I guess they are black-green. Hope they don't have decay for my Sylvan, but if they do, so be it. Kind of just hoping it's a Chalice. Looks like a Chalice. Alright, excellent. You can have that. I'm gonna go do other things. Also means you can't surgical me, so I might be able to put them in the Wastelock. Might pay the full 8 actually, just to see deeper this next turn. Yeah, I'm gonna pay 8 this turn actually. Going to see how they like not having any mana sources. So they can't surgical me because of their Chalice on one. So I think it's pretty safe to just run out the Loam. Kind of wish... Okay, you can do that. That's fine. That's not going to work super well for them. So it looks like there's some sort of black-green epoxy deck, I guess. I didn't feel like playing Oko this turn. I think I'm just gonna waste them every turn, the dough. To be quite fair. Yeah, I could put those back and reset with Loam this time. I mean, how do they ever win if the board just looks like this every turn? Like, it's clear that they don't have a Mox in their hand, otherwise they would have played it. I think waste locking them is probably correct here. So they are like Pox. Yeah, but I don't need to make progress right now. I can do that in a few turns. I'm going to start taking natural draws after this. Or sorry, I can use Loam to clear out the top card. I know it's not great. I'm just going to discard these fetches. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Aussie gets it. I guess I should expect Aussie to get it. He beat me so bad that last Sunday. Was it Sunday? All right, now I can play Oko, I think. Ooh, this is a nice combo. I had forgotten that this is so good. Sylvan Library plus food tokens is just insane. It looks like my opponent conceded. I'm up by 10 seconds. So it's fine. Maybe I should leave in Bog for their stuff. Um, yeah, I think I'm just gonna leave it. Yeah, Oko plus food plus Sylvan's really, really powerful. Well, they also showed, like, first off, we didn't see actual Pox. Second off, they have Chalice in their deck, WC. I'm only guessing that it's Pox, but we haven't seen any actual Pox cards to make me confirm it. Plus, setting in more cards that are bad versus Chalice is kind of yeah, but I mean I can say something and then you can look at how the game's also played out, right? Horrible hand. Gonna mulligan. Opponent's up to 61 cards. I think I'm gonna just bottom depths. It's close. This is definitely a keep. I think I actually perhaps I should just bottom. Nah, I'm gonna bottom the depths. There's actually a very real reason for that. Probably getting leylined right here, but that's okay. They're down a card now. My force becomes a little bit better. Second Exploration is a card I can pitch to Force of Vigor. Okay. Really, really, really glad that didn't get decayed. I think this is going to be so key for me to win right here. Alright. I might just force these two. Clearly they want that mana source. Rack and Ruin, huh? One, two, three. Rotate for a tomb. It's 4. It's 5. Phyrexian Totem becomes a Phyrexian Negator if you pay 2 and a black, but it also taps for a black. It was a really good card in Time Spiral Limited. Guess I just port them and play both my lands out. I think I'm gonna win pretty easily, I think. I can play a Titan next turn if I draw almost any land. Alright, well. Those all count. So what do I have to do? I can like float a black, rotate my fetch, get tomb. Hold on. I guess I'll just do it carefully. Oh, did I have enough that way? 1, 2, 3. Oh, I guess I could have done that. Yeah, never mind. That might have been better, actually. I can still do that, I guess. I can just get stage, Mox away my zone, play depths, and play Thingamabob, right? Or I could just get 2 Field of the Deads and make a bunch of zombies. Y'all, I know what Urborg does. I'm just gonna get 2 fields and make 4 zombies, actually. Yo, what's up, V chillin'? Welcome to the stream. No, I didn't know. I don't know what Urborg does. I don't know how to read either. I especially don't know how people sub to this stream. Urborg is a dude. Yeah, Oko is everywhere. I'm just dirtling playing some Primeval Titans. Ed, I love you, buddy. I'm just giving you shit because it's funny. I'll say this is the best Field of the Dead I've ever seen in my life. Oh, I see. Okay. I'll make more zombies. Why did they target that one? What about this Primeval Titan? Yeah, I shouldn't. You're right. Yo, I'm so busy. Why would I be in the lands Discord when there's so many things to do? 6. That's 18 damage. Just gonna port both of their lands upkeep and they're dead. Primeval Titan is our Lord and Savior. Yo, what's up, JS Cove B? Hope you're having a good one. Because it doesn't really matter. I'm not a spring chicken. I don't even know what that means. Yeah, this is the hotness in Modern as well. Primeval Grave Titan. Alright, one match left. I don't think I'm going to start anything else. I'm going to run an ad real quick and get some more water because my throat is feeling weird. Be right back. Alright, I'm back. What did I miss? Yeah, you love Primeval Titan, but lots of people love Primeval Titan. Alright, so we're 2-1. I guess I can update the thingy. What should I discuss now? Anyone have any cool questions, I guess? I can open a chest for... Ooh, Schultz cubed, unbanned mental misstep, and 4 Enye. Should I open chests? Let me know. I still have so many. Alright, 2 in a green. Do you want to know my serious answer to that, Ed? My serious answer is whatever does well in Brussels or Nagoya. What the heck is that thing called? Dryad? This card looks pretty good to me in like Modern and Pioneer. Don't think it's strong enough for Legacy, unfortunately, but I could be wrong there. Like, the effect's pretty powerful. I think this might be pretty good in Scapeshift. What beats Moon Stompy? A lot of things, I think. Death and Taxes was pretty good versus Moon. Oh, Mono Red Goblins is insane versus Stompy. I think that matchup is quite good for Stompy, or for Goblins. Can't Mull 5, keep 7. I don't know. I'm still figuring it out. Yeah, Matt Murray said it was good with Gush. If you have 2 Sanctuaries, you can... And if you have 2 Sanctuaries, Gush and Time Walk, you go infinite, right? Because you float 2 blue, you Gush those back, you cast Time Walk with the 2 floating mana, use 1 Sanctuary to pick up Gush, you use the other Sanctuary to pick up Time Walk, cast the Time Walk. Yeah, it's just inf, right? So, maybe. I mean, Matt Murray is like a crazy mad scientist, so. V Chillin, what is my favorite EDH commander? I'm not gonna lie, I don't play a lot of EDH. I don't know. Like, if someone handed me a deck, it's a mistake on my part. Well, Justin, I don't have a lot of time to play EDH with anyone, so... Do you still live around here? I don't even know. I thought you moved to New York or something. But yeah, I think this card's sweet. 2-1 in a prelim, waiting for the last match. Ooh, Baltimore. Okay, cool. Ooh, Cling to Dusk is an interesting one. We can discuss that one real quick. I think this card is quite main deckable. So it's a single black instant from Theros Beyond Death. Exile target card from a graveyard. If it was a creature card, you gain 3 life. Otherwise, you draw a card. And it has Escape. 3 in a black, exile 5 other cards from the graveyard to cast it. I think this card's pretty good. Like, obviously the escape cost is kind of steep, but that's just like kind of okay. And Cremate has been played in the past, and like, I think this is like a slightly different Cremate that I wouldn't be surprised to see this played. Yes, it's kind of cantrip, kind of healing salve. I suppose if you need it to be healing salve, it will be, but otherwise you'd prefer to cantrip it. How much is Soul Ring now? Can't Mull 5, keep 7. I don't actually know. Like, obviously, I think I own a Soul Ring, but it's in my vintage deck at all points. I'm more on the combo side of vintage. I don't like playing the... Oh, that's not true. I played Jeskai Mentor 1 year. Jeskai Mentor is pretty close to combo. And the other one was... I played Blue Red Delver that 1 year. Played Dredge a bunch of times, and I've played 4-color Paradoxical Outcome, which was full-on combo Stormy. So, I don't know. I guess I've been all over the place, but did not play Vintage for the last 2 years. Anyways, next round. Hope the next round will be up soon. Any other questions? Oh gosh, I hope Godokat wins the second game so we don't have to wait. Yo, you changed your username. Whoa. Wait, did you? Oh no, you're still subbed. Played round 1 versus 12 post. Round 2 I lost to Moon Stompy. Round 3 I beat whatever. Can I watch the replay? I'll show you what I played against round 3. Black green pile is what I would describe it as. Honorog. Let's see if I can replay it. Nope. Can't replay games as part of an active event. Yeah. It's sad. But it was black green, like, had Mox Diamond, had Chalice of the Void, had Wasteland, Urborg, Bojuka Bog, Mishra's Factory, Karn the Great Creator, Assassin's Trophy. I think I'm probably going to play this prelim every week. Yeah, show and tell, like, honestly, every time I tested the deck, including for Pro Tour 25, I did not do well with show and tell. Like, seriously, I just did not do well with it. Is that honey? I'm gonna guess that's honey. Oh, well, that's lame. That's not honey. Who cares about Jace on Rug? We only care about dogs here. You're not lucky enough for show and tell. JP did not do well in the playoff. Jace the Pulp Sculptor. All right. Anyways, shout out to Cardboard Live and Card Hoarder. They support this stream. You should check out Card Hoarder for all your card rentals needs or buys or whatever. They sponsored LPL this year and the past few years. They're just great all around. Wow, Daryl went 0-3. I wonder what Daryl was playing. No idea. Did you lose the post person I played against? Oh, there's another post person. Interesting. Why is there so much post? Daryl was on D&T. Someone has a lot of mail. There are 4 post players because Eric said it was good in his website. Well, let me queue into all of them and show them what Wasteland recursion's like, I suppose. Oh, Diluted Fruitcake, thank you for the follow. I don't know how I missed the announcement. Did it just, like, not pop up? I don't know. It's weird. Oh yeah. I guess I'll open chests for people who subbed. That's what I was gonna do. And we're still waiting for the last match. Fortunately, that's the downside to this stuff. Ah, yes. Cryptoplasm. What's this from? Mirrodin Besieged, it looks like. It has the Mirrodin watermark. So, like, in this set, most of the cards had either a Mirrodin or Phyrexian watermark. Just cuz. Nova Chaser. This one's nice. From Lorwyn. It's a 3 and a red, 10-2 trample, but has Champion and Elemental. But there were elementals that gave your elementals haste, so this would often nug your opponent for 10 if you drafted correctly. Alright, another chest for Unbanned Mental Misstep. Myojin of Night's Reach. This card was also nice. This card saw a lot of play in block constructed, ironically. It doesn't look very good, but it was actually the nut. Ooh, Splinter Twin. Never getting unbanned. Most of the block mirrors were just like 3 to 5 color grind, like gifts control mirrors. So Myojin of Night's Reach was great because you would just mind twist them because it has the text remove a divinity counter from Myojin. Each player discards their hand. Doesn't even target? What the hell? How many play points do I have? I don't know. 220. But I have a bunch of tickets, and I have all these throne packs, and I have some like throne investments. I also redeemed a set of Throne Veldrain. Unbanned Twin. It would do something to Modern. I'm not sure what it would do. Alright, one more chest for Schultz Cubed. Krenko Mob Boss. Welcome to the Goblins. This card's good with Goblin Chieftain. That's what I'm going to say. Getting a little bit of lag. Ooh, unban Birthing Pod. I'm more pro that than unban Splinter Twin, to be quite fair. Krenko. What else did I open? Splinter Twin. Nova Chaser. Free pod. We'll take it. If the pods cost nothing, I'm going to buy all of them. If that's what you mean by free pod. Ooh, Dusk Mantle Seer. Yeah, that doesn't actually sound very fun. You're right, Ed. Unban everything in Modern. I would probably play Countertop Terminus. All right, here we go. Match number 4. What if we banned Oko? That would honestly be not too terrible for the format, I think. Yep, I remember BBD. I convinced BBD not to play some awful Stoneforge deck in the thing he finals. All right. Let's see who we queue into. Gold Ducats double queuing. Why? Alright, this sounds very good though. Small chance Ducat's playing Delver. The bot told me. Isn't Lewis in this channel? Like... Here we go. We got the combo, and I have Loam. Yeah, I can wage them every turn. Mystic Sanctuary. Actually, waste them. And hope Daniel doesn't have Force of Negation. If Daniel has Force of Negation, I guess like it gets kind of awkward, but that's okay. Alright, definitely wasting. Playing Sanctuary as your second land is really a sign of weakness. Yep, that's what I expected. Don't even want to dredge Loam. I have Port plus, not quite activation, but if I draw a land, no, I still wouldn't. If I draw a Mox, I would, so. Alright. Actually, if I rotate for Tomb, it works, right? Yeah. So I guess I rotate for Tomb. Oh boy. Life is just something sometimes. Gonna fight the counterspell battle with Vales. I'm gonna side in the Reclaimer as well. Gonna side out the mazes. I think are not very good. I think Tabernacle has aged poorly as well versus them. But all of the other lands like tap for mana at least. Sort of gonna pretend they don't have any No, Once Upon a Time's not very good in pure lands. In my opinion, FPOC. It's better in depths because you can also hit like Confidants and shit. Could Surgical Plows, but I don't really like that as a plan when I have so few creatures in my deck. I think I'm just going to try to grind them this way. Really, I want to draw Field of the Dead. Like, it's the best card in this matchup because I can't interact with it, like, whatsoever. Ask and ye shall receive. Sub-diluted fruitcake. The mighty lumbering falls. Is Daniel EOT brainstorming? Rotations are not the best here. I think I'm just going to jam Oko in 2. Probably discard my depths, but we'll see what happens. Yeah, I think depths is like the least critical card in this hand. I would rather have my field and my heath than the depths, essentially. tough brainstorm for Daniel, looks like. I guess all brainstorms are tough. It's fine. They pitch a snap, huh? Interesting. Sucks. Why do I need to get the tomb? Don't I, like, suppose I rotate these two away, I have Stage Depths plus 2 untapped. I think I'm gonna go all in. I don't think this is improving for me. Oh, what's up, Akash? Hope you're having a good one. Damn it, they had it. Whatever. I'm pushing every time here. I think it gets so much worse for me as time goes on. That's okay. I mean, like, I think it's correct to go for it here. Look at my board. It's not going to improve, really. Like, I don't have Loam. I don't have Sylvan. I don't have any engines going. That's the problem. I don't like intuition. I mean, I've played it before off and on. It's really, really slow. And it's weak to Power Blast as well. And people, like, are going to just Power Blast you anyways. Well, that's not great. I'm going to die pretty quickly now, I think. Competitive Uno? No. Why would I do that? Sounds not very fun for anyone. What? Well, if someone paid me 20k to play, probably. That's a different story, friend. That's a very different story. I'm gonna try to trade my Lumbering Falls for Mentor. Wow, that's sick. Uno is a really bad game, though. You didn't know the rules? Yeah, exactly. Playing a 7 swaps hands? What the heck? Playing 0 means you rotate hands? No, find an Andy. That's not how this matchup works, in my opinion. I think that is basically a delaying tactic if you go that route. I don't think it actually works that well for you. Also, I guess you probably don't know this, but if you make elks after the tabernacle's in play, the elks don't even have the ability that forces you to pay for them. Oh, 7 rule, huh? That's interesting. Might have Sphere in on the play, haven't decided yet. For 1K a month for a while? Think. Now remember, I don't love having all the rotations in versus these decks. I'm going to try to Sphere them on the play. I don't normally do it on the draw. It's kind of a high variance plan regardless, but I think I'm down for it. I'm going to copy my Trop with the stage and then start slamming Okos into their face. Well, the real problem is that I think Lands has not aged particularly well, and you need to put new cards into it ducked. Like, the problem is, if you just play your old game, your deck isn't powerful enough. Kind of hoping they force, like, damn. Not gonna lie, I don't have a lot of data on it, but I do think one Lumbering Falls can be good. Like, it just kind of does stuff. That's good too. Yeah, I don't like the 3-color mana bases too much, Duct. That's my issue. Think you end up having pretty awful mana, especially versus opposing Wastelands a lot of the time if you do that. So Daniel top deck Strand, probably. Gonna port the island upkeep. Like, so here, I don't really need to play another card for the rest of the game. Oko can just, like, sort of ride the victory. Like, ride Oko to victory. This is fine. I'm just gonna port. Um, doesn't really matter because there's an Astrolabe. But I guess it could hypothetically matter if I poured both the blue and green. They would need to draw another land to cast an Ice Fang. No, I especially don't like exposing it when you get no value to just like a surgical. Mondizor. I think that's like pretty awful to do that, generally speaking. Basically, I'll be satisfied if I get to draw 3 lands with this Loam. Oh, god damn it. I accidentally F6'd. Drawing the second Loam's not great, though. There might be a plow here. But yeah, I'm really just not going to let Daniel do anything that is scary. It's fine. I am 35. Interesting. That's pretty good, actually. Gonna cycle. This is another way you can actually play around surgical. Looks like Daniel F6'd, which you really shouldn't do, but can turn the sphere into a 3/3 as well. If my opponent plays Mentor, I can trade my Sphere of Resistance for the Mentor. So that's also kind of gas. Sphere is like secretly a hate card for Mentor because it's really hard to do a lot of things. Oh, interesting. There might be a bounce right here then, I guess. Oh, or not. Oh, I did. You're right. You're right. That was pretty bad. Shouldn't have done that. Interesting. Oh, I was playing around with Force, I guess. Alright, I don't think they have Surgical. I'm not going to play around anymore because I'm going to use my mana forever now, essentially. If I play the sphere first, I guess they don't have force the way it's been going, so I can just do my thing. Basically, I guess I'm kind of abusing information that Daniel gave me by F6ing so much. I know his hand's not likely to have many relevant things, essentially, is my take on the situation. I really need to use the restroom. These games take forever. Okay. Interesting. So I can take the mentor and make a bunch of things. This game would have been easier if I was red-green and I had punching fire, I think. But I think this Oko is going to win the game eventually. It's just going to take a little bit of time. Also missing Choke right now, to be fair. Choke would have, well, I mean, obviously it kills my Tropical Island, but Choke would have been pretty insane this game. That's fine. Like I'm fine with that. I'll get like 2 or 3 tokens probably. I'm also kind of just looking for anything like, oh, okay. I don't think I'm gonna cycle here because now they could very easily have surgical. Well, can't play around it, I guess. Whoops. Yeah, I was clicking too fast. I agree. They're gonna plow their own mentor? They are. Jeez. Okay. It's kind of cute. Alright, the exchange fails. That's fine. This is game 3. I won game 1. Alright, can't play around surgical anymore. That's fine. I'm gonna use stage to copy the zone to clear out the tokens as well, probably. Might be able to kill my Oko this turn, but that's okay. I think it's gonna be fine. One thing that has shifted dramatically in this matchup is it's hard to run them out of white sources because of the presence of Astrolabe. God damn it. Alright. It's got a lot harder, I suppose. The problem is Oko doesn't kill that quickly, to be fair. Okay. Probably Sphere. Maybe just the food and kill the Jace. Probably Sphere. Oh, god damn it. Well, I guess I was gonna pop this blast soon, but I wanted to port one of the lands. Yeah, I took it off. I don't remember why. I usually just leave it on the entire time. Yeah, it's game 3. Yeah, but I would rather have a 3/3 for next turn to try to take down the Oko, is what I was thinking. Yeah, I'm not siding out Titan in this matchup. I have Cavern plus Titan as like a endgame plan as well. Do I cycle looking for a field? Probably. I don't have any Loams left in my deck. Right. Whoops. Yeah, field would be really good. Don't disagree with you. Don't think I like that too much, to be fair. I can pop the zone on 1. That's what I'm thinking about doing to keep my Oko. I think that's probably correct. Exploration doesn't do much by this point. It's not bad. Hope this Reclaimer lives really badly, but if it doesn't, so be it. I think it's so unlikely that my opponent has Plow in their hand based on the way this game has played out. But obviously, like, very easily they could have Plow in their hand now. Note if they Sanctuary up the Plow, I can port this and port the Rainforest. So then they would have to fetch to get another white source to cast it this turn. So it doesn't even work that well for them. Yeah, like, in fact, they're getting Ponder, which I think is smarter to do. I think it's so much smarter to get Ponder right there, to be quite fair. They may not even have another white source in the deck. A lot of them don't play Savannah, especially with 2 Sanctuaries. They can Oko my Reclaimer, but I'm totally fine with that exchange. I'm absolutely getting Field instead of Depths if they let me. I think the depths plan is really not good. Like they have a bunch of collaterals in their deck, and it's just not good. I think overall to do that. No, they still have the option of well, first they could switch. I just need one activation, but the Oko means it's so unlikely I'll get one activation, which is fine. I'm probably gonna just stage my port, honestly, like, and try to keep their colored mana, their non-blue mana sources down. I only have one forest left in my deck anyways. Like, I don't... Like, the thing is, if I get a Field of the Dead, the game will be won by so much that it doesn't matter. So I want to figure out what happens if I don't get a field at some point. Oh, that's a good sign. All right, let's do this in the correct order. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I need to actually fetch away one of my ports, probably. Right? I could have used my other port to turn into a field right away, but I think tapping lands is better. Which is why I didn't do that. Too late, Daniel. Too late. The damage is done. Now they have... Well, no. They probably had the swords last turn, but I ported both of their white sources, Armath. Don't you remember? I ported the fetch upkeep because I knew they had Plow... They had Ponder on top of their deck. Yeah, okay. Anyways, using the restroom real quick, I'm 3-1. Probably playing against XJ Cloud. I'll be right back for that. Yo, what's up, Feingersh? Yeah, field is good. I'm gonna run a quick ad before the next match. 5 nickels instead of an ad view. Alright, playing against XJ Cloud. We'll find out what happens. So close. If I had another land, this hand would be really good. This is fine. Not the most insane hand, but... Yeah, we did. Field of the Dead. Daniel let me have a Reclaimer activation. I think elking the Reclaimer probably is way better. Don't want to expose any of these to Wasteland yet. We'll see what's going on. Alright. You can waste that one, I suppose. Alright, so it's probably taxes. That's a good one. Looks like they're on a fairly slow draw. Pre-weight might name 2, but I'm hoping to outgrind it with field and stuff. Oh, it's Bomberman? Okay. Oh, this is kind of bad. This is very bad. I know. Not really thrilled to play against Karn decks all the time. Sucks. Probably gonna lose pretty easily. Like, my hand was not anywhere near good enough. That's really bad. Going to rotate as a shuffle. We do. Oh, I should have just gotten Blast Zone. Whoops. You're right. If I had gotten Blast Zone, used the stage to copy the Blast Zone, that would have been a lot better. Probably gonna die instead. Right. Show me a Wasteland in my top 3 cards. Okay, that works, I suppose. If they brick one more turn, then I can hypothetically win. Well, I have a blocker currently, but anything... Alright, now I'm dead. So the plan was to block the Mentor, right? I would have Ghost Quartered the Karakas, made a Merit Lage block. This is actually probably even... It's just a better play, I think, overall, to do this instead of the other thing. Because the other play is just cowardly and you lose to this Karn that follow-ups. These are not my favorite matchups for what it's worth, but it's okay. We have a bunch of Force of Vigors, so it'll improve somewhat. Like, obviously not like an enormous amount. Sphere also good on the play, but I think not so good on the draw. I found Loam and Oko not to be that great in this matchup. Also, I think Titan's pretty bad. XJ Trader. Well, why don't you message opponent that? Trap is okay, yeah. Think Field is not for this matchup. Maze is not good. Tabernacle is not good either, really. I already cited it out. Bog is like exactly okay. I think I'll shave a Loam and an Oko. Dave, Turbo Tabernacles every time you play, but I mean, I don't think that means it's good, the matchup. I think I'm going to put Reclaimer in my deck, though. Don't think this is a matchup where you want to grind, so I don't think Field is good. Essentially what's going on here. This is like pretty damn good. This is like close to the nuts, I think. Obviously, this can go downhill real quickly, but I'm not going to mulligan this hand. I'm going to turn one, Mox pitch stage, play Wasteland, play Sylvan. I think it's right. This matchup is not about Primeval Titan. That's a 6-mana bomb. The games are decided so much faster, in my opinion. I absolutely believe it's 100% right. I'm going to Force of Vigor, the Mox and Lead upkeep. I can pitch my second Loam, I think. I don't think it's particularly good or necessary. Yeah, Sora, that's exactly why. That's exactly why that's happening. I think I'm just going to take 3 normal... Oh, no, I know Forces on top of my deck, so I should Dredge first. Just gonna shuffle. And the Lumbering Falls in the graveyard. Neo Shinji, thank you for the follow. I guess I'll just bog them. I think they just drew the planes. That's the way that makes sense. Neo Shinji, let me know if I should open a chest for you. All right, it's pretty good too. Cool, thank you. Thank you for the support. I appreciate it. And I hope you're having a good one. And welcome everyone. Playing round 5 versus Bomberman of the Legacy Prelim. I'll probably be playing these pretty regularly if people are interested. Hmm. Whoops, I was supposed to play the port. I misclicked. Hope I don't die to a ballista for 1. If I do, it's my fault. God damn it. Oh shoot. I think I just killed myself. Actually. Oh my god! Okay. Okay, so what I was actually supposed to do, there was a bunch of things I could have done. I should have just blocking with Lumbering Falls, yeah. What the fuck is wrong with me? Ugh. Should have been such an easy game. I'm at 1 though. Can't believe I punted it. It's pretty bad. Should have just slowed down and thought about it. God damn it. Playing too fast. Alright. GG's. That's not good. So the red prison person 5-0'd. Can't believe I did that. Should have really just slowed down and thought about it. Alright. Next Thursday I will probably stream the prelim again. Not every Thursday, but a bunch of Thursdays I'll probably do it. I am happy with how fast they run. Alright, so here's how it works. You really want to be 4-1 or better because it gives you the Mox QPs. 3-2 gives you your entry plus 3 treasure chests back. 4-1 gives you a lot more, and 5-0 gives you a lot more. So they're like reasonably good to play if you think you have about 60% win rate or higher. Probably play a different deck next week. This deck feels really, really close to being great, but there's I don't know. Well, let me think about it. The Reclaimer overperformed, as you could see. So I think going forward I'd probably play more of those. It's just such an insane card. Yeah, but obviously I'm upset that I punted that game probably. Yeah, I don't think Karn is a good matchup in general. Bug is a lot stronger. I don't like the 3-color lands mana bases, as like I've said. I think I was going to force the O-Ring and Elk the Mox, personally. But I think there's more promise here. I might think about it, but next Thursday I'll probably play a completely different deck, to be quite fair. I think Field is really good, and I think, honestly, Field just might be better than Dark Depths almost, period, except for the matchups where you need to go fast. I think I'm not thrilled about these surgicals, to be quite fair, as well. Can't believe I did that. That was so bad. I guess I can believe I did it because I did it, but I'm really sad about it as well. Oh my god. I'm just thinking about that game. That was pretty depressing. Damn, like that. I mean, obviously I could still lose game 3, and I think Bomberman's a volatile matchup. Note, I don't think I really played against great matchups overall, which is kind of insane. Like, that's like kind of a weird way to view it. Because the thing is, I really want to play against like a graveyard deck with this deck. Like, not Reanimator, but like Hogak and Dredge are pretty good matchups. Like, Red Prison's like probably not great. I remember Red Prison used to be easier than that, but I don't know what happened. Jason Johnston Legacy, thank you for the follow. Blazing Pandora, thank you for the follow. 5 bits. Let me read that real quick. Hey Jay, longtime follower. Been playing 24 years. Since 1995? That's a long time. Yeah, I mean, Oko's kind of over the top, but the thing is, especially for Legacy, I think Oko is probably about an acceptable power level, to be fair. Because, like, here's the thing. Is Oko really more egregious than, like, Show and Tell? I mean, obviously you can make an argument in terms of what play patterns it encourages, like Sensei's Divining Top, which did not encourage, like, great play patterns. Oh, I actually think Oko is really unfun to play with, period, but that's because I've played a ton with the card, I suppose. Yeah, Show and Tell is the benchmark. So, like, here's the thing. Transgressive cards need a place to live. I'm pretty anti-ban, too, like, to be fair. So I think right now I would just advocate for no bans, period. I do think Oko's probably too good for Modern and definitely too good for Pioneer and Standard. So, we'll see what happens in the other formats. Well, the Ren and Legacy thing, the problem is Ren was not designed for Wasteland. Yeah, that Rockman Z, I do feel like that. Yeah, I don't know. That's my opinion, Jason, essentially. I think I would not ban it, and I just hope it sort of corrects itself. Honestly, the thing I'm worried about, if you read the play design article about Throne of Eldraine, is there are going to be 2 or 3 more sets of similar power level to Throne. And I'm not thrilled about that, to be fair. Alright. I don't want to address the Astrolabe thing. I actually do think Astrolabe is probably more of a problem than Oko, but I also don't think it should be banned. I'm basically anti-ban unless if something's really, really, really dumb. Like, basically, Dig Through Time Treasure Cruise were the last ones I basically thought need to be banned on site, and lo and behold, they were banned very, very, very quickly. Well, Gitaxian Probe took a while for it to go, but I do believe that decision was correct eventually. The weird thing is it took a long time for them to realize that was actually a mistake. Like, Legacy players as well. If you track the timeline, I think you would find that. If you look at deck lists since, like, New Phyrexia came out up until, like, whenever it got banned. I think it took a while. But yeah, I'm gonna just leave it be now. I don't want to harp too much upon it because I think that's just whatever. I'm gonna see who else is streaming and pay it forward to someone else. I need to finish packing because I'm going to Austin tomorrow for the Modern GP. Let's see who else is on. And I do appreciate all the support. I'll be back on Monday probably. Oh, the Legacy pit? Alright, sure. We'll pay it forward. All right, thanks a lot, everyone. Be back on Monday, and probably we'll stream the prelim next Thursday. Not guarantee that it'll be every time, but it'll be often.